Let's do this. All right. Welcome, one and all. We are now live. We have another one of our Sunday watch parties. Welcome, Vampire Huntress S as my co-host today. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Um, and yeah, I mean, we're right on time. Um, this movie is about an hour 36 minutes, hour and 40 minutes, I guess.
Yep.
I guess we should all have the same copy. I don't think there's a director's cut
Yep.
out there that I know of. Um, we are going to be starting Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, the sequel to Vampire Hunter D, which we saw just a couple weeks ago. This one came out in 2000. The first one came out in 1985. So we've got about a 15-year gap, which is a big enough gap that we're probably going to have a lot to dissect.
Yeah.
Um, and that's one of the reasons why I chose it. And I'm going in blind. I have not seen this before. I wanted to come in with fresh eyes, to get initial impressions. So we're going to just do a shout out to everybody that's stopping by to see us today, faces that and names that we know. Maybe we'll get a few that we haven't seen before. So without further ado, um,
Adieu.
adieu. We should all be synced up right at the 0 mark, right as the black screen comes on, because it does jump right into the movie. Doesn't look like there's any credits to buffer. So we should all be at the 0 mark. We did find it. I shouldn't say we. Matt, shout out to Matt, found it on YouTube. So if you don't already have your copy, check it out on YouTube. And I guess we're off and running. So Vampire Huntress, do you want to count us down? And we'll all press play.
Okay. Gonna do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play.
All right. Yeah, so I mean, this movie just starts off with a bang. Um,
Bang, bang, bang.
so, I know very little about this movie. Um, let's hear from you guys if you've seen it before. And I know that there's a reason why here in the United States, it probably didn't get a lot of attention at the time in theaters. It apparently showed up in the theaters on the end of September of 2001. So there was kind of already a lot going on here in the States. So it escaped my notice for sure.
Yeah, well,
Um,
it had, I want to say, limited small screen releases because, well, first fact, apparently it was made in English, and it was made English from the start rather than being like a lot of the other stuff where you translate something that was already in Japanese. Two,
gotcha.
so I f- so we saw this in our local theater, or not our local theater, but just like an independent theater up near the colleges and stuff. So we went and saw it. Like, so we had a whole cinematic experience with it, and we were like, "Heck yeah!" This
Oh,
was like, anime was still like on the cusp, and so you're like, "Da da da!" We're like, "Let's go
okay.
see this one." We're like, "Oh, we liked Vampire D. Let's go see this one." And
And
already
I
you can
guess
see
it
uh,
would appeal to people that were fans of anime, but also that
yeah,
had seen the original. And I think they were trying to capitalize on that. And I guess there was a lot of people that were calling for the sequel, and it just took a long time for it to get
yep.
made.
And you can
Um,
already see like the evolution in the art style here. Whereas this one is like the lines are crisper. It's got like the texturing and coloring is very different. The other one was like
yeah.
very simplistic, and you see there's more detail and attention paid to like the environments and the characters' faces and their approvals. Oh, we've got a text over here. Vampires rule the night, but their numbers are dwindling. Dun dun
Oh,
dun. With huge bounties on their head, a class of hunters has emerged. Bounty hunters.
hunters. Dunpeel is that's how you say it, right? A Dunpeel, half human, half vampire.
I swear to God, it seems like they change the spelling every single time. So we'll go with this because it's written in text.
Okay, there you go. All right, well, let's do a shout out. Well, we got what appears to be like the opening scenes. Let's do a shout out to all of you that have joined today. Over in the YouTube chat, we have GH Zoner, we have Mad Matt, we have you, Miss Swift over there, Johnny Devick, welcome, welcome, Calbot. Hey, Calbot says hi, off first time watch for me. Right on.
Ooh.
I'm not the only one. Let's see. Johnny Devick, I actually not seen all of it. No idea what you're saying. That wasn't able to get it on physical in my region. Is that what you're typing? Yeah. Um, we're going to talk about that too. The lack of physical media for this movie. I want to get you all over in Discord. Let's make sure um, I am. I know Matt's over there. Mad Matt, shout out to you for helping everybody find it. You helped me find it. I mistakenly thought this was on Amazon, but it was the first Vampire Hunter that I had been seeing. So thank you very much. We have Calbot over there, Matt, Mr. Furzel, Sith Sister. Welcome, welcome everybody. All right, we have a great crowd today. Yeah, so get us up to speed. Miss Swift, I'm assuming that because you have seen it, have you seen it recently? So you're able to kind of follow the story?
Recently, that's a horse of a different color. I've definitely seen it since after I saw it in the theaters,
Okay,
but I'm trying to figure out how many years ago, and I'm pretty sure it's probably in the double digits.
gotcha. Well, it came out 20, oh my God, I was thinking 23 years ago, 26 years ago now.
Yeah.
Um,
I do
and
remember
just
a
kind of,
couple things, particularly
that's
like that. I don't want to be a spoilers, but there was just
a
like
long
there's a
time.
character in this that annoyed me so damn much that yes, it's probably been double digits since I've last seen it, but I still
Wow.
remember who they are and how annoyed I am.
Wow. All right, well, let's jump right into some of these comments. Mad Mad is saying, just like Hellboy, I found it referencing many sources but couldn't determine which came first. I bet it is borrowing from a lot of the different lore, and I bet a lot of other material has borrowed from this. Um, it's a lot crisper. I think you had mentioned that, Miss Swift.
Yeah.
The coloring is a lot crisper. The lines are a lot crisper, um, and a lot lighter. It almost appears to be a cross between hand drawn and maybe CGI. Are they doing heavy CGI anime at this point?
Not heavy, but it's definitely starting to come in with some. I think maybe some of the tweening, some of the compositing. Um, it hasn't hit the point where I want to say in maybe a couple years or so, when you get something like Outlaw Star, where it's very obvious that they threw just 3D models in there. So I think this one's mostly for like color grading, just like digital grading and stuff, but not the full on
It could
digital
very well
backgrounds.
be, yeah, and maybe some of the digital backgrounds when they were animating. Yeah, and so we have another scene of D, and you see his mouth just moving, and it looks like that might have been overlaid on a like a digital version of him and just animated the mouth.
Yeah, so I put this in the
That
chat
could be.
for our last one, but we'll do it again. Show
Hmm.
you. Okay, I'm gonna put this over in the Discord. Show you some of the differences between the two characters, that version. And so for those who
There you
not
go.
keeping track, what we saw at the beginning was the young lady being kidnapped by a vampire, and it's just like her village, and forget which relation the man is to her, but it's like, hey, we need you to go. She was kidnapped. She was taken in the night. Come get her back. We'll give you 20 million.
So I don't want to get too far off the story. And it was Charlotte Elborn who was kidnapped.
Yes. And the town put out a huge bounty, and of course, one of the people who answered was Dee, and
Okay. But he's not the only bounty
only
hunter that's
person.
going to be after her.
Right. Because it was a
Okay.
huge, like I said, it was a huge bounty. So you get, of course, you get that thing where you're like, hey, we put out a bounty, and then everybody shows up.
Apparently, this we just saw it at the beginning of the credits. It was a time of like a lot of bounty hunters out there. Um, and so over in Discord, Mr. Furzel is mentioning Damphir,
Yeah,
Dampir is the proper spelling, I think. So
Dom
are
Peters.
they just using an English version spelling in this movie?
Well, like so, it appears you could follow Dampier, Damper, with L, Dampil. I like Dampier is probably the more formal, I think, Eastern European one, but a lot of other sources have taken liberties with the spelling. So I'm thinking the other one, he was a Vampeel, and I'm wondering if
Gotcha.
perhaps maybe there was a some sort of copyright or trademark issue or something going on there.
Could be.
But Dampier or Dampire has come up. A couple of different lores have used it for basically a half vampire.
Mad Matt is mentioning it's Damphir, Damphier in Vietnamese.
Uh, and here you go.
So that this girl right here with the white hair,
Hmm.
I guess she's prevalent in the whole story. She's what, just a young bounty hunter?
Yeah. So of course you gotta have our little lady who's just like, being introduced. This is how you show you how this gang works. Here's our new one, newest member.
Uh, ooh, those arrows, those are pretty awesome. Are they like electrified or they're just lit up
I
or
think they're just
magical?
maybe they're got like moon silver or silver or something. It's just the sun,
Ooh,
the silver from the moon. And we got
that's pretty cool.
zombie, zombie.
Oh, that's song by the Cranberries, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is.
Zombie. Yep. Um,
You
so
get a nice little.
this movie was released in July of 2000 in Fantasia Fest. So that was, I guess, a whatever that was. That was when it was first released, but it wasn't
Mhm.
released in the States until 2001.
Yeah,
Um, and so, does anybody know? Did it go dormant once it hit the theaters and didn't do very well? Like 12 theaters. Was it dormant for a while, or did it go straight to video?
I believe it went to video within a few years, but but even still, it was like it wasn't cheap. It was like this. You think about 2001s. I think it was like $25-$30 compared to like you could get your anime
Wow.
maybe $18. Let's
Okay.
see, get some more here.
So,
Parody.
was this a valuable commodity back in the day?
A little bit, yeah.
Wow.
And
All
look at
right.
these. You got all these like great stills. You're like, just look at him posing down right in front of the moon. You're like,
Yeah, that's a really cool image because it's the moon lighting up a dark space, but it doesn't appear that dark because you can still see everything and there's a
yep.
lot of clarity in it. Um,
Oh, and did
oh,
not
so we're
quite.
kind of getting introduced to the other
Right.
bounty hunters.
Yep, we got a nice little my copy just
We got, so I guess,
buffering. Sorry.
oh, you're buffering? Okay.
Okay, there. I think I fixed it there.
Okay. We're about 12 minutes, 20 seconds.
There.
This is a really good use of coloring and texture.
Hmm. And if you look at the character design, everyone has their own distinct thing. You like I said, you have Mr. Red here, uh, and they all their own fighting style, their own expertise.
Who's the one with the arrows? Is it one of these guys?
Let's see, it's no like so red. The guy in red is with has the little star knives.
Hmm.
Clearly the big guy has the hammer. I believe the arrows are the guy we just saw there making the joke about the squirrel with the
Okay.
headband and a cigar. It's our leader, the leader.
All right. Let me make sure. Yeah, I've got closed captioning on. There we go.
Yeah, I had to turn on the closed captioning.
Yeah, I think my closed captioning vanished for a minute. Um,
And here's like definitely looking at it like the design on the horse compared to the one. It's a lot less like Evo Robo Horse than the last than in the previous one.
oh, and he's still got the what does he call it? His friend on the hand?
It says the hand. And if you
It
look at the
touches it.
design, the hand now looks more like an older man than it did
Mm-hmm.
in the previous one.
Because it does look like a robot horse.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Frizzle, if says if I am not mistaken, they use the same art style a few years later for Highlander: The Search for Vengeance.
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure
And
if I've seen that one.
that looks like anime.
Woohoo! Sand mantas. I look at that. That's gorgeous. Come on. Like the horse
That's
look
okay. What they call the sand manta, like the sand
yeah.
manta rays.
So whereas the other horse, like you said, was
Whoa.
a more dark blue color and like yes, it had the robo like it looked more artificial. This one here is like yes, it's still the robo horse thing going on, but like it's got more of a natural horse look to it. Let me see.
Well, those are pretty cool. Creatures that live in the sand and they're acting like dolphins.
Talk to the hand. Yeah, see, there's a picture from the original. Either way, that's a horse I don't want to mess with. That's a horse of a different color. Oh,
Oh, that's kind of like the horse from Wizard of Oz. I think the horse that changes color, like every scene, it's a different color.
hey,
All right, so
for rubber Jordan fans, looks like the Tower of Genji. Wait, sorry.
I don't get that reference. Is that another anime reference?
No, that's more well, it's more of a literary reference, but they also tried
Hmm.
they did the Wheel of Time as a
Oh,
series on Amazon or on
okay.
Hulu.
I have heard of that. And it's like a novel series too, and they made this show about it.
Yep. Sorry, just there's something in there called the Tower of Genji, which looks quite like this.
Gotcha.
Well, at least in this, what I pictured it from the book because I haven't seen the series. That's probably why. That's why they canceled it. No one did. Oh,
No one watched it.
not
It was a
enough.
couple years ago,
Well,
wasn't it?
well, they had like it was still going. I think they canceled it like recently, like last year. So it's like it had two, maybe three seasons.
Well, a quick Google search. Uh, TV series IMDb says it went to 2025.
Yep,
All right. And it only went 3 seasons.
yep,
Um, all right. So they are all hunting for Charlotte because she was taken in the night.
yes.
And they're
Sweet
like hot
Charlotte,
on her trail.
Charlotte, 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 Charlotte. Sorry, Ranma one half reference. That's definitely another anime. boom, boom, boom. Uh,
So, okay, do they know where she is? Are they hot on her trail?
yeah, well, see, everyone knows this is where the vampires go, and it's in this big tower, so it's a big
Gotcha.
yeah. So they just hit
This
it, and now, oh look, the mysterious black carriage is going out of the way, and they're trying to impede its path. And all
yeah,
over
because it
again.
came out
Yeah,
of that what the monolith of whatever
yeah,
it was.
like invisible, sort of like reflective monolith. Look at him just styling. He is not afraid.
I am guessing that that monolith was done digitally. It looked too perfect almost
Mhm.
for hand-drawn anime,
Yep.
but
Well,
I
it
could be
seems
wrong,
like
but it
I
looked
think some of
really
this
good.
here might have been digital, but like in a sense of I think mostly being cleaned up. Like how his like wings are like made of steel.
Was
It's like
digitally done. Um,
you know
and
ev-
this takes place in the future of the original, right? This wasn't like a
yeah,
prequel to the original movie.
yeah, it's like a hundreds of thousands or so.
Oh, so we're going way in the future.
Well, like the series itself takes place hundreds of possibly thousands of years in the future, and this is just another tales told around that time.
Gotcha. There's a very good use of space and the way that they animate it, like space and time and movement.
Mhm. I also like the fact that his hand is playing like a straight man. He's like, come on. He's like, it's a shame to let all that blood go to waste. You know, you want to. I was like, dude, you wrong.
Uh-oh, she was left behind, huh? Was
Yep,
she? Oh, she was injured.
yep.
It's cool because these bounty hunters aren't, I mean, they're competitive because they want the bounty on the girl. They want to find her. But they're, I mean, they're not really enemies with each other, are they? Or is that something in the plot that we will discover later
They're not
on?
necessarily enemies with each other, but it's like a loose coalition and
Hmm.
whatever. And here she is complaining that he bound her wounds.
There's not like a bounty hunter union that they all have to join in, right? Everybody is
No,
every man for himself.
I think it's more like they didn't necessarily leave her behind, but they lost track of her and all of the
Gotcha.
rigmarole. Because you see them now, they're coming up and they're like, "Oh, there she is! There she is, Miss America."
And so this is the guy that took her, right? He's the bad
Yes,
guy.
he's the
And
guy who took
his
her.
name is, that's, I got to stay on top of things.
Like I said, he's the guy who took her.
Baron Link.
Uh, let me see, double check.
What?
That's
Like
that's
he's like a nobility or something.
yeah. His Meyer link,
Meyer Link.
Meyer link.
Oh, Mr. Furs will say even his cloak can regenerate.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
So look at these guys. It's like look at this. This is so pretty. Yeah, you got like the Herkimer battle jitney here. because you gotta have some form of like, what do you call that? Jeepers Creepers, heavily armored
Um,
vehicle out of nowhere.
yeah, they're like the transport vehicle. Oh yeah, Calbot is saying like an Oscar Mayer sausage link.
Yep. Maybe more like
Exactly.
Golden Meyer, but it's like Meyer Link. My vampire has a first name. It's Meier.
My vampire has a second name.
Blah.
Um, so I have read the story, but it's like there's so many characters in this
hmm
to, you know, to link to.
Yeah, like
Um,
how they have like the
to,
cross in the middle of their like they're wearing crosses around the neck. There's a cross
yeah,
in the
and
grill
it's
of their
gonna be
thing, and this one guy's got the cross painted on his face.
yep, and it's gonna be easy to lose track of like all of these characters and whether they're gonna be significant or not. But this is if they could turn this into like a full-fledged live action movie, I'm getting the sense this is like a Mad Max kind of
Mhm.
dystopian future renegade hunters. Um,
It's
so
like
yeah,
yeah,
I could very easily see this into a live action movie.
it's like oh no, we're just
Yeah,
gonna. Oh look, the carriage is just right there. Nothing sus about
yeah.
that.
GH is saying with a pinch of Twilight thrown in. Yeah, like Mad Max and Twilight converge.
Ah!
Oh, these are awesome arrows.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh come on now, y'all.
okay, is that like an axe?
No, it's a hammer with a spike, and it's a spiked hammer basically. Oh, I
Oh,
forget the
that is
particular type,
cool.
the particular type of hammer it is. Like,
What happened to the
oh,
carriage? They
probably
got
like
rid of the carriage.
uh, it it was just a trick. It was just a piece of cloth. Told you, like,
Okay,
there's nothing. Oh, renegade, nice,
you
madman.
posted it's a trap over there.
That was
Okay, so
me.
but
Oh,
it's the carriage that is Link's carriage, and they're after Link because they know Link took her, right?
yeah.
There
So,
you
but
go.
yeah. Oh, he just stabbed his shadow, and now we see that they're not the only ones who have a squad. But yeah, they.
If they were to make the live action version of this, I could see it being very easily a $200 million production if they really went all out like they do with Marvel,
Yeah.
with the MCU, 200 million. If you go cheap,
Yep.
then they could make, uh, a, a more comedic approach to it
Yep.
and save a lot of money. Oh, he's
Oops.
dead?
Nolt is dead. Yes.
No.
Nolt! We hardly nolt you.
They cannot die. Well, they can. D can't because he's a damn poor. Damn peer, damn poor.
Dampier. It's basically
Dampeel.
it's like just say it like damn vampire with a D. Basically, that's what it is. It's a or dampier. Pier. Like the it's like a wet dock. It's a dampier.
Dampier. There you go.
But it's like, yeah, they saw the little cat, the little coming out of the little tunnel, and like, oh look, there's the carriage just sitting there. Come on now, y'all
Yeah,
thought that
I
was
can
legit?
tell. They have
Wait,
really upped the production on this. Um, did I? Did I do research on the first? I did research on the first movie and how much. No,
And
maybe
here
because
we
we don't have
have
numbers on how much it costs to make.
yeah. And here we have the introduction of the Barbaroi.
Oh, okay. Who are the Barbaroi?
Well, you're about to see. Well, basically, it's
Here we
these
go.
guys.
The Barbaroi. Yeah, that horse. I bet it's part robot, part real horse
Yep.
with the little gremlins running around here.
Mhm.
GH is saying looks like the Nightbreed D&D session.
Exactly.
Very much so. Mad Matt Barber Roy like Barber Floyd. Floyd the barber from uh, uh, Andy Griffith. That's what
And
I'm
so
thinking
for
of.
those who
Andy
kept
Griffith.
track, so Meyer Link paid these guys to provide him protection to where he's trying to get to. And
These are like the thugs, the paid
well, these are
bodyguards.
these are monster bodyguards as opposed to our human bounty hunters. So we got
Gotcha.
one squad. You know, we got Meyer Link and D crossing swords, but they're like, okay, if I'm going to trade you, I'm going to need more help. Then he hires the Barbaroi. Link
Gotcha.
or so Vampire Hunter D is the loner, but the other people are just in it because of because of big paycheck.
Yeah, they're like soldiers for hire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So basically, like the
We're
two
on the
sides
same
are equivalent.
page.
Yeah, the two sides are equivalent here, at least for the human ones. Except they are now down one guy with big hammer.
Is this the guy strapped to the bed?
This is Grove. He's one. He's on the bounty hunter's side,
Oh,
and
this
we
is
just had
cool.
D attempting to negotiate with the Barbaroi to like break their contract, and they're like, "Are you crazy? We can't go around breaking contracts. What's wrong with you?"
Oh. If you're a soldier for hire, you're gonna go whoever pays you the most.
But at the same time, you can't have a
So
reputation for betraying anyone who pays you either. Like often, I should say, often.
exactly, you could do it maybe once or twice, and that's about it. Then
Yeah.
word will get around. Yeah, does anybody have a line on the cost to produce this sequel versus the original? Um, I've got some figures on what they were able to kind of recoup. Um, but yeah, I guess in the anime studios, it's not so much what it costs to produce, so much I guess they don't keep track, and all
And,
we can do is estimate.
and check this out. So, this is what helped me coin the phrase kick astral projection. Because,
Oh, so we got some astral projection coming up.
right, that's how it's like, that's, well, astral projection. Holy crap, that's kick astral projection. So that's
Is
why
that
he,
okay? I get it. I see it. That's him that's on the table, right?
right.
Gotcha.
And so this is his special power.
And there goes the carriage. It's just some really good animation.
Yes. And that guy right there, the one in the dark cloak, is the one who killed the guy with the hammer.
Gotcha.
Leapt out of the shadows, literally.
And this is at the essence of this movie. It's a very simple story,
Yep,
right? Just like the first movie is very simple, but
yep,
it's just the way that it's told, the way that these characters are written, the way that what the ambiance, the
right.
atmosphere is produced.
Hmm.
Um, you have to engage the audience and you have to keep them along for the ride. So you have to give them something to keep them what motivated to watch,
Yep.
motivated to keep watching. Okay, so I can see the appeal of this
Dun, dun,
because
dun,
you
dun,
have
dun.
vampires, you got bounty hunters.
Like it's a better story. There's a the voice acting is better. You know.
Oh, that's like Cat's Cradle. That's what I used to do that in school with the yarn. Interesting.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon.
Oh, Mr. Firshall was asking, what the hell is this sparkly angel shit? That's his superpower. He's a sparkly angel.
Said Mad Matt with the posted the picture of the dungeon master. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe that was one of the inspirations. You never know.
Could be. There has to be what? Where this was inspired from a lot of these
Yeah.
elements. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're seeing a lot of that. Oh,
Oh,
Matt,
that's
Matt
not
is
good.
saying Cat's Cradle meets Satanic Panic.
Ah, ah,
Oh, that's cool.
cool. That's a heck of a power.
Okay, so who was attacking the armored transport vehicle?
Okay, so it's one
Was
of the
that
Barbaroi. It's one of the
Barbara White?
Barbaroi. It was the lady. If you saw, she turned into like
Gotcha.
a sort of black muck, and then then she oozed up, and then made like spikes.
Oh, that's cool.
Kyle, which the guy in red.
So you could well, too bad they don't have someone that can combine superpowers where you could astral project and have those spiky things.
Hmm.
But you'd be basically unstoppable. Oh, sis sister saying getting the points.
Ah,
Ba-dum-bum.
like bum.
Oh, hey, we have someone joining us in the chat. AV Design 8800 is saying it took about 7 years from conception to premiere, with 3 to 4 years of that being in production.
Production. Yeah.
Wow.
You see his little weird hand thing doing its like void sucker. Yeah, it took a long time. So people were like, "Well, how long did it take to get made?" Well, they're like, "Well, if you count all the production time and whatever."
Um, yeah, and it was produced by a studio, not uh not the same studio that did the first one though.
No, you could definitely tell, like
It
from the
definitely.
animation, definitely a totally different animation style. Like I said, it's a more realistic one with much more detail. Um, Not quite as like I don't want to say childlike or or simple as the other one. Yeah.
Maybe that's a good word for it. Like a simple
Yeah.
animation versus we have more detail, more depth, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
We're definitely seeing the layers of
Mhm.
scenery,
Yep.
and I think that helps us as the audience picture like a real set, like this would be in real time.
Yep. Well, the tank is shot. There's nothing left in the tank.
It looks like it. I'm surprised they weren't all killed because weren't they all in that?
Yep. They're all in it. Guess it just missed them by that much.
I apparently.
It's the same like that spiked wall in every movie where you go the trapped wall and then the wall starts coming in and the spikes go and everyone seems to magically find their way, except for that one unfortunate person, to like miss the spikes.
Yeah, there has to be one that gets it. Okay, there we go. If you are seeking the pathway to the stars, come to me. I pray for your safe arrival with all my heart. That's what my subtitles say.
Yes. So well, the
And
letter looks like it's written in German or perhaps
yeah,
Austrian.
that was
I'm
weird
not.
because that didn't look like Japanese.
Yeah, like I said, this movie, like I said, even though like it's based on anime and based on a manga, it was made in for an English market with English language instead of what usually happens where they make the Japanese movie and then they bring it over and translate it.
Gotcha. Um, let's see. It was created in the Madhouse Studios in Tokyo, while the post-production work was done in California.
Yep. We gotta have a montage of fixing it up. Okay, maybe not a montage, but here we go. Had some repairs to
Yeah.
the vehicle. We are
AV
back on
Design
track.
8800 is saying Madhouse out of Tokyo.
Yep.
Was so in 2000 was that like the go-to anime production studio? And are they still around?
They could still be around, but like, actually let me check because this artwork reminds me a lot of Cowboy Bebop. Let me see who did they do that one?
Yeah, suppose I could Google. I could Google all of these things. Um,
Okay, so they did do Perfect Blue, and Ninja Scroll, which is that was the one I was thinking of. Where I'm like, this looks
oh,
like Ninja Scroll. Yeah,
okay.
so it's the same studio that did Ninja Scroll, and that might be a good one to put on a list.
That was Ninja Scroll was up in the Discord and the YouTube. That got a lot of discussion.
Hmm.
And that was high up on the list of ones to do too.
Yep,
Yeah, AV Design's still around.
because they did. Let's see, I think most recently was like Hunter X Hunter, however you pronounce it. I've seen Perfect Blue and Paprika, which is two other ones they did. Although Perfect Blue was one that was on the list for a long time, and I didn't watch it until the last few years or so. And now we've got
AV Design. Oh, good.
oh sorry, I'm sorry, Madhouse Studios. This is who I'm talking about. No, also
Okay.
it's like now we've got our bounty hunters or whoever just chilling in the pub, like you
In
do.
the bar, yep. And we have this. She had to give up her weapon
Yep.
because I guess it's like a weapon-free zone in a bar. I can get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yes. The last thing you want is drunk people and weapons.
That guy with the hat looked like a Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy's in the house. But yeah, AV Design is saying they've also done One Punch Man, Ninja Scroll, the OVA, not the films.
Yeah.
And OVA is different
Yeah,
um,
it's like a mini
than
series, not necessarily.
yeah, it doesn't go in the
Sometimes,
theater.
yeah, sometimes it's canon, sometimes it's not. Like, or it's like sometimes people take different adaptations of the work, and we'll make a slimmed down one that we can do really quick on a smaller budget, tell a smaller story. And now we got the lawman because we've
That's
kind
what
of
I was
got our
saying.
little.
These must be the lawmen because they look very human and they're dressing very human.
Yep, we got our sort of Western vibe going on here.
Okay, my closed captioning had Dun Peel, Dun space Peel. So I guess they're trying to do it phonetically.
They are just all over the place. Like these people are saying
It's all over the
vampire.
place.
The crawl said Dunpeel in one word. I don't whatever the heck else is going on here.
Dun Peels.
The
And here we go,
Heckenstein.
Donepels. Dun Peels. Okay. But that's how you know that you're getting like an automatic closed captioning who's just doing it phonetically.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Who posted that over there? The picture of Dick Tracy. Mad Matt posted the picture of Dick Tracy in his yellow, but this guy reminds me of the Dick Tracy. It's a fun
Well, maybe
movie.
Dick
Warren
Tracy
Beatty doing
or
Dick Tracy.
Elliot Ness.
Oh, yeah, could be an
The
Elliot
un,
Ness too.
the
The
Untouchables.
Untouchables. Yep.
Oh my gosh, my copy keeps buffering.
So apparently the Dun Peels are not welcome.
Well, no, nothing vampire-ish is ever welcome around this area.
Yeah.
And this grandpa has a little something to say about you violating guest right. I gotta say hello to my little friend.
Right. Yep. Here we go. Yeah. What does it look like, idiot? I guess old man doesn't take kindly to people insulting his. It looks like a gun. Uh, Slash cannon. Slash what? Shoulder mounted missile launcher. That's impressive. Yeah, Matt is saying when you've finished eating a banana, you're done. Peel.
Oh, oh my god, it's terrible.
It would did up thumb. Um. Oh, Johnny Divick is also saying the director directed a part of Gotham Knight and Animatrix.
Okay. Okay, so what's great about Vampire D is it's a 57 volume book series that's spawned manga, films, audio dramas, games, electronics. There was supposed to be an anime OVA that started production in 2015. Yeah, like we've posted some of the artwork the last time,
Interesting.
but it is such that manga series is just like the most gorgeous thing ever. Like I think that and Vampire Princess Miyu, you're like, oh, really good. We
Yeah.
got our little Poison Ivy knockoff over here.
AV design. Yeah, I was mentioning what's great about Vampire Hunter D is it's a 57 volume book series. It spawned manga, films, audio dramas, games, and comics. There was supposed to be animated OVA that started production in 2015, but COVID put everything on pause and it hasn't restarted.
Yep.
Um, COVID wreaked havoc with just about every production that you were either thinking about doing, was, just starting or in production. The only things that really survived were things that were already in the bag that just needed what? Editing, post production. Um, and you would think but we're a couple of years out of COVID, you would think things would start getting back to normal. So who
And
knows?
honestly,
Maybe
and
this will
look
come back.
and look at some of this work here about the gardens and stuff about that beautiful reflection in the lake. Like this is just such a pretty, so beautiful.
And it looks hand drawn, but it looks like uh they've done a really good job of having everything in focus.
Yeah. So it's
But
probably
then
like
the
some
back,
excuse me, some probably some compositing and maybe like some like touch ups here and there and like to maybe to clean up some of the
yeah.
lines and stuff.
Ah, so we've got to Charlotte. He found her.
Charlotte, Charlotte.
Ooh,
And now
she's in love with him.
the twist is, well, the kidnapping wasn't exactly kidnapping. It was more
Well,
of a runaway situation.
but it looked like she was getting kidnapped because she wasn't leaving of her own free will, but
Right.
apparently she was.
Yeah, well, he swept in the middle of the night while everyone was sleeping, and they just took her, and no, she didn't say so much as
Um,
a by your leave.
well, that's part of the lore of like the romance of
Yep.
vampires. We've seen that in several of the
Oh,
iterations of the vampire, how romantic it is.
yeah, and D is just like, nah, dude. She's
Yeah,
like,
it's
that.
messed up.
He's like, no, you gotta be careful with that one. They can't always control it. And oh, okay, so now that we've gotten further into this, I can tell you, her in the red. I hate her. I hate her
Oh.
so much.
So, okay, so she's going to kidnap Charlotte because Charlotte is either making a terrible mistake or she's just in love with a vampire. So
Right.
you
And
kidnap her against her will
yeah, in order to get the
because
bounty,
she's kidnapped.
she won't get the
It
bounty if Charlotte doesn't
it's
come
all
back.
about
It
the
doesn't matter
bounty.
what Charlotte wants.
Exactly.
She is pissed off that
Exactly.
vampire that
Um,
D healed her. I'm like, oh my god, I hate her.
okay, GH Zoner has a really good point. The Japanese love wide open spaces because they don't have many of them.
Mhm.
And this movie has done a really good job of
Yeah.
showing, of animating, and making them feel like a realistic setting.
Whoops, he went out in the sunlight. Too much sun.
Oh,
Now he's weak.
oh, is that his deal? He can only handle a little bit, right?
Sunlight, too, or heat. Apparently, he needs a cooling suit. And we've got I believe
Gotcha.
this is the Spike Lady again. So maybe
Oh,
if you compare this to, like, Ninja Scroll, the OVA, sorry, or OAV, whichever way you want to pronounce it, came out before this, and you can definitely see a lot of what came out of that in this, with particularly with the character designs and some of the way that the I don't know, it's like the talent or how the people attack each other and whatever. So you've got ensembles, you've got weird, very visually interesting combat mechanisms and ways people fight. Then you like distinct character design that shows you like, oh, this is this person,
hmm,
so you know who you're looking at. Maybe not necessarily remember their name, but you remember their look. It's like,
exactly.
whoops, sorry,
There's a
Poison
lot.
Ivy.
There's just a lot of characters to keep track of in this movie. Yeah, so Ninja Scroll was
Mad.
from 1993.
Yep.
And it's a movie and a series, or is it just the series?
It's a movie and a series. Was there also a manga? Like, we could cross that bridge if we ever do that one. But yeah, but it's definitely a movie and a series.
Gotcha. Ninja Scroll was released in Japan June 5th, 1993, and received an English dub release through Manga Entertainment in 1995.
I mean, Lake Chiffon, because
There you
you
go.
have to have chiffon. Border golf out.
Now we have another subtitle of Dunpal, Dunpal.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming they're all talking about D.
Yep.
It's just, it, okay.
Actually, mine is buffering again. Can I ask where you are in the story? I just saw him being buried in dirt. Am I
We
farther
are
ahead or further behind you?
52:25.
All right. Okay, so I think I might be slightly ahead of you.
Oh,
Like,
Johnny Devick is saying there was a comic re-release Kickstarter last year, I believe,
oh,
of this or Ninja Scroll.
uh, I think I saw it too,
So
and now I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna have to go look it. I might have to go look it up, but I think I remember seeing that. I was like,
this they're trying. They're are they doing a Kickstarter? Oh, that character. That's cool. That looks like a Medusa type character, but that was like the tree coming alive, if I'm not mistaken. That was some cool animation.
she's like a poison ivy character. She's the one that put all the spikes and thorns through through their truck.
Okay, Matt is saying it's all my fault. I'm Matt is falling down the anime rabbit hole and shopping for body pillows. Well,
Oh,
that's kind of a cool body pillow, I must say.
so Mad Max out here with like maximum elopement. Is this the
Yes.
Anakin?
Um,
Is the Padme anime Anakin romance? You also said
they're
anti Sunny D.
the yeah. I think I might be going down an anime rabbit hole as well because I'm seeing the appeal. Um, yeah, I get why this is like a whole big thing for people and why it's such a big industry.
Yep. And no, we don't need more anime, tentacle hentai, Mad Matt. No, no. Right. Oh, so yeah, older Johnny Devick. I agree. This style is between the old '80s style
Mm.
and the 2010s, 2010 style. Yeah. So like I said, that was around the time that stuff like Angel Links and Outlaw Star and Cowboy Bebop
Mhm.
were, well, actually those were '90s ones, so they were like the trail end. But you could start seeing the way the animation changed, where it started becoming much more sharp and angular at this time, as opposed to more of the rounded uh, styles of the earlier animes.
Well, it's only natural going from hand-drawn animation to the digital form. It's bound to happen. Um, it's, Disney was the same way. And you could definitely tell when Disney started transitioning from the hand-drawn into the digital age. Um, and when you're just overrun now with nothing but the digital, um, and
Well,
it's
also,
refreshing to go back and see the hand drawn Sleeping Beauty from Disney. I believe it's 1904. I want to say 40. Was it right after World War II? Um, it's all hand drawn, and
mhm.
it's just a beautiful, beautiful movie.
Well, also, even without the digital aspect to it, you can see the difference. Like, it's a difference in the hand technique. So if you see some of the earlier artworks of people drawing, they're doing like this, whereas I guess as the styles propagate, you see a lot of
Mm-hmm.
now the sharper lines become because you do this instead, and you do this, which was one of the reasons
Right.
why so many people in anime have spiky hair, was because it was simpler for them to draw it with like a few few brush strokes.
Because then they had to copy that onto the
Right.
next, and it
Yeah.
was so much easier than trying to get the shading right.
Yes.
Thank you, Calbot. Sleeping Beauty was from 1959,
Yeah.
all hand drawn.
Yeah.
Johnny
uh,
Devick is saying, yeah, early digital felt so bad.
yeah.
Yeah, people were definitely in a learning curve. And as they were learning to keep up with it, the digital art, um, as the software progressed, you had to keep up with that. And then it just got more refined and better and better. Then you had to keep up. And so the digital art is taking you from the beginning to where we are now, where it's so high def that it almost gives me a headache sometime. It
But
Yeah,
yeah,
when there's no shading, there's no soft lines, no soft forms. Um, yeah, it's
yeah,
almost too much.
yeah. Oh, Jenny Devick, like you hopped in at the peak of hand drawn anime with
Mm.
Macross Plus, yeah, and then the there was like too bad the stories got more generic and Eastern after the 2000s. True, true.
Well, isn't
Yep.
that just like everybody? Just like Hollywood is
Yep.
so generic. Oh, and speaking of which, isn't the Oscars, aren't they on
Tonight,
today?
tonight's Oscar
Um,
night,
and I might have
but
seen
no
one
Oscars for Meyer Link, so it's no Oscar Mayer.
movie. Oscar Mayer, but a bum. So there should have been, well, here we go. We're continuing the story, even though Charlotte has made her intentions known, right? They're still after her. They still want the bounty, or they think she's just lost her mind. Um, GH is saying, I heard Sinners has good buzz tonight. I
Yep.
have seen that movie, and I think that was the only movie on any of the lists that I have seen, and I thought it was really well done. I just have no interest in the Oscars anymore.
It's, oh, Johnny Devick wants a Padme anime. I can see it. Padme and Leia
We need a Padme
together
enemy, Johnny
again.
Devic.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, Johnny Devic, we have an Oscar hope this year. What the heck is that with Stellan Skarsgård? Is that the name of the movie? Affeksjonsverdi. Is that a movie? An actual movie?
What?
Um,
And now they've confronted him
oh,
on the bridge. No, not Oscar Mayer. I mean, Meyer Link.
Link.
It's the missing link.
Oh, so why is he on fire? Is he getting nailed by
So they're on a
those?
bridge and it's still sunlight. The sunlight is going down, but they've managed to capture the girl and now they've gotten her trying to take her away. And in order for him to survive, what he needs to do is hop back in his carriage and keep going. But now they're holding her. He's like,
Mhm.
I'm not letting them take you, even though it's sunlight, still sunlight out, and I'm gonna burn like a crispy critter.
'Cause he's an official vampire, and
Yes.
according to all the lore, he can't be out in the sunlight. So that's what's getting him. But she went of her own free will. I mean, this is this crossing some kind of line, guys, or
She
is
didn't pay
she
them. That's the whole point. They were the bounty is put out by her father, brother, whoever.
right?
They can't go back and say, "Hey, we didn't do it cuz she didn't want to go." Do you think that's going to stop them? Especially not after they've lost at least one of their members because of this
Mhm.
nonsense. So now
And I
they're
guess
locked in and they're like, "We're getting this cash."
yeah. But there's an argument that she did go of her own free will, so then the bounty needs to become null and void.
But who's going to
But
tell the dad that the bounty
yeah,
is null and
exactly.
void?
Exactly. This is kind of like a tragic story in a way.
Yes, that is.
Aw. And no one's there to help Link. Aw.
Except for her. But
Um,
what she wants doesn't matter.
ex-
They're
uh,
they need to
apparently.
see her back. Whoops, there's Kyle.
So where are Link's bodyguard henchmen? Are they all dead? Is this
Nope.
one right here?
Yep, this one just appeared.
Gotcha.
Like basically it's like a grab bag. So we've got like we took out the poison ivy knockoff. We took out the shadow guy. Um so basically it's one of those ones of you go on ahead, I'll hold them off.
Gotcha.
For both sides. So it's like
See, all he had
whoever's
to
in
do was
pursuit.
hold off until sunset. There you
Yep.
go. Um, Matt posted over there in Discord. He's on fire because it is near dark with reference to the movie Near
Uh,
Dark. It's the same kind of scene, isn't it? Near Dark came out in the, I want to
87,
say,
88.
late 80s. And that had a very similar scene to this, the guy walking and trying to protect himself from the sun, and he was
Yep,
basically burning alive.
yep.
Um, and Matt over there in Discord posted some images of Disney animation with a little note saying welcoming to the conspiracy that Disney recycled their own animation.
Well, I would,
And
yeah.
I wouldn't put
Seems
it
like it's
past him.
prudent. It seems prudent to me.
Yeah,
Stuff costs money,
yep.
especially since some of that
Uh,
that later stuff was happening. Like times were getting tough,
yeah.
things were getting lean.
Um, AV Design is saying so did Warner Brothers with Looney Tunes and just about everything with Hanna-Barbera.
Yep,
Efficiency and production workflows.
yep.
Yeah, you'd
Oh,
have to be efficient with all the hand drawn.
and at least on our
Okay.
side,
Did
and
I
now
miss
we've
it?
got,
Did Link survive?
yeah. They got up. One of the
Oh,
Barbara Roy came and helped. She got back into character and we took him off. They lost the guy in
okay.
red, which is Kyle, and now we've got the leader
Gotcha.
guy talking about we're pushing on. We owe it to the people we've lost already. So now they're down to only 3 of them left.
And so they're being picked off one by one.
Yep.
And I'm kind of rooting for Link. Who else is rooting for Link in this? That he's being unfairly hunted, even though he is a vampire. And he probably seduced this young gal against her will, so she might be really going against her will. We don't know. But I'm
Like
kind of rooting for him.
so far they haven't said anything about oh it was against her will or he just went in there and went all vampire on her. Like it
Yeah.
just seems like given how she's being treated throughout this movie by everybody, maybe he was the only one who actually bothered to talk to her and see what she wanted. So,
Yeah. Maybe he was the only one that actually talked to her. And it could have been a touch of Twilight, right? Where Bella wanted to be a vampire and pursued them and wanted and got her wish, and she became a vampire.
yep. And then you saw in the carriage there where
Oh,
Meyer Link was hurt and
yeah.
he was looking at her and she turned into a massive vein. So he's like, that's the thing that could heal him right now. And so he's sitting there fighting with himself. And I was like, yeah, Mad Mad is like,
Right.
is that Link and Oscar Mayer sausage? All
But keep them coming, Matt.
right.
So this story is not just it's not just a linear uh, cartoon, just a simple cartoon. There's like layers to this story.
Yep. And also, here
Um,
we are now arriving at Carmilla's castle. Her
and
father's a
is that
vampire
Link's home?
king. No. It's basically he's somewhere he's going for sanctuary.
Mm. Okay, gotcha.
So here, his little hand is giving you the rundown. It's like, yeah, Carmilla's castle. He's going there.
Okay,
She's
he's
bad.
giving us a little exposition, right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
And he's just like, you're pursuing this pretty hard, but look where we're about to head.
What? Okay, so he's given a little rundown that if Charlotte and Link breed, it would be another done Peel at this point because Charlotte, as far as we know, is still human. Um, and do you know, or does anybody else out there know in this universe of Vampire D, what are the lore that we know that are familiar with vampires about they have to sleep in a coffin with their home country soil,
I'm not
right?
quite
That's the
sure.
lore that I know. They have to have soil from their homeland in order to what? To rest in their coffin?
Like I said, I'm not sure if they're like, if it's their home soil or whatever, but we definitely saw where D had to be buried in soil to heal. And then we see how they have their own he Link does have Meyer Link has a coffin there. No, and look at these my gorgeous man. Did you see that photo? Like of her and
Yeah.
the composition and the cinematography is great. It's just so many
Yeah,
beautiful shots and the story.
that was very well done. Johnny Devick, I guess it doesn't matter with the soil here. Yeah, so that
Yeah.
part of the lore might not exist in this universe. Oh my God, who okay, so who's bleeding? We've got
Okay, so that was the carriage driver who was also like the wolf man with the
oh,
mouth in his stomach, and that's the one who killed Kyle, which was the guy with the cross knives.
gotcha. And that was on the bridge, right?
Yes. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're losing them left and right. Are we going to end up with like a final girl, final guy kind of thing? Only one person standing, so to speak? I wonder.
And welcome. Here is your hostess, Carmilla.
Okay, is that the Padme reference everyone was referring to? That was it, Matt, that you were referring to? Because that did look like Padme.
I mean, yeah.
She does look like Padme
Oh my
for
god.
real.
Come on, but look at that
Um,
shot. Oh my god, we got marble floors, that long red thing. It was like, this is just so pretty. It's gorgeous.
is. I
And
would not be surprised if a lot of this background work was all digital,
mhm,
but it almost looks like hand drawn.
mhm. Like I said, I believe
Very, very
this looks
nice.
very hand drawn, but it
It
has like
does.
some digital animation to it, and maybe some of the cleaning up of the lines and tweening.
Yeah, I
Oh,
am really impressed. Oh, Mr. Furzel. What is it with the old vampires and big hair? Yeah, just like Dracula, Bram
yep,
Stoker's Dracula.
bad bands. Sorry, I was just catching up with some of the stuff in in Discord,
Hey,
like the Venom
yep, we got a lot going on.
and here she's talking about now here's what they came here for. She's like, here's your
Oh,
rocket ship to the moon. Well, you two can be together forever in love, and you don't have to worry about all this nonsense. You'll go to the city of the night on the moon, and you'll be together forever. La 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 la. And
all right. So we have the end game. This is their end game. They just want to be together forever.
yeah,
Um,
and it in terms of like
so,
the animation style, if you saw when he was, you see Myers Link eyes, or his face when he was looking at that ship, and like you could
uh-huh.
see like him like trembling, like he was just like, yes, yes, we can go there, and that's how we can see together, and he's just like, you can see the hope in his eyes. It's like, could it be? Can I hope? Could this be that we can be there and be together? And also now we have him still fighting with himself.
So he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a question in his mind whether she really did give consent.
Well, like I said, he's
Okay,
trying not
isn't
to
that
bite her, and she's literally like, "It's okay." She's like, "No, no,
this
no,
is
I
like
don't think that's a good
Twilight?
idea."
This is
Yeah.
exactly what happened in Twilight.
You
But
mean
I prefer
Stephanie?
this plot.
You mean Stephanie Meyer's Twilight?
Myers, oh, there's a connection. But this is far superior than the
Yeah.
Twilight.
This is Romeo and Juliet and West Side Story and all of those, Pyramus and Thisbe,
Yeah, this is
Tristan
like
and
a tragic love
Isolde.
story.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Twilight was just
And
like a juvenile adaptation of a book written for teenagers. Although I did see a couple of them in the movie theater with my daughters, and we had a blast.
yep. And you can see, look here, the shot where like when they're together, and you see he has no reflection when they're looking in the mirrors.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times, but that one last shot was a very big one where he's standing there holding her, but and they're showing the mirror, and you can see that he's not in the mirror.
I have a
He's
feeling. All right, we're about an hour and 12, almost an hour and 13 minutes in. Um, so we're almost approaching the end where we'd expect them to wrap it up. Why do I have the sense that someone is not going to get their happy ending? It's going to go completely wrong in the end. I just don't see how everybody can get what they want.
Yep, of course. That's I forget the storytelling master is like
Yeah, I
it's
know.
about it isn't always about the lesser of two evils. Well, I guess in this case it is, but sometimes it's about
Yeah, maybe.
competing goods. So two competing goods.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at that, both sides are right. There's no one that's wrong, but they're questioning each other's motives.
Oh,
Oh no, don't tell me.
oh no.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
What was that you were saying about not everyone getting their
Okay, yeah, what
happy
was that I was saying?
ending?
What the heck was that? So is that a good ending? Is that a bad ending? I don't
GH
know. We're
Stoner.
still not there yet.
But GH Stoner is like, the sun is even stronger in space, right? We're not thinking rationally here. This is La La Land. And besides, it's the city of night.
Like,
You'll be on the dark side of the moon. It'll be
I don't
fine.
know. I guess in
Okay.
this universe it wouldn't, and they would go someplace a bit safer.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
So, Johnny Depp is like Cyber City. Oh, although 808 episode is about a vampire in a satellite in a rocket taking the hero to the moon or wherever. Same director. Aha. So they have a theme. Let's see. Episode 3.
yep. Um, and then Johnny Depp is saying, "Isn't this the plot of Conan 1982? A princess is kidnapped and brainwashed, and a silent hero had to get her back." Very similar, and that's why instead of jumping to the conclusion that yeah, she's going of her own free will, maybe she's not. She is awfully young,
Well, also
but
you can see here it's like this is very much like a western. It has like a western vibe between the stories, the stopping off the horses, and an occasional western was like, "Hey, the Native Americans kidnapped this lady. We got to go and get her back." And it's like turns out, well, she wanted to be kidnapped.
and maybe it wasn't a kidnapping at all.
Oh, yeah.
It was just it was not what they thought, not what you originally think is going on.
GH Zoner. Boy meets girl, boy steals
Boy
girl.
steals girl. Yeah, but then girl, it's discovered girl went of her own free will, and so it really wasn't a kidnapping, which set the whole thing in the direction that it shouldn't have gone in the first place because it was just a misunderstanding. That's the basis for about 99% of the show Seinfeld. Every episode had that element, just a big misunderstanding, and then it gets worked out in the end. So I just wonder how they're going to pull this all together in the
And
end.
also is the extra sting to what you saw happen to Meyerlink is like right before it is like Dee standing there with Charlotte saying, "Up, looks like she decided she doesn't want to go with you anymore." He's like, "What?" Ah, and then of course, then he gets sliced. You're like, "Oh,
Ah, over there in Discord, Mr. Fergal is saying, I thought some of the bounty hunters would have been turned by now. Yeah, you would think.
maybe, maybe." Well, considering that the
But
bounty hunters weren't necessarily killed by vampires, they were killed by critters.
right. Oh, and here we go. Another bounty hunter just bit the dust.
Dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun 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 dun
yeah.
dun
And none of them
dun.
were killed by vampires.
Yep.
But that would make sense because if you're a vampire, you would want to turn everybody to your side instead of just
Yep.
killing them outright.
Yep.
Okay, so what is this? This looks like a little dream sequence.
Yep. We just saw
Okay, we're in a little
D
dream
have
sequence.
one where he was in the pool of blood with the little girl in the pool of blood.
And she is seeing herself as a young girl, right?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's what I'm getting the gist of.
And I think D was having an image of his mother.
Oh, okay, that wasn't Charlotte. I was almost thinking, why is Charlotte there? And oh, so they're getting flashbacks of their past?
Or something.
Something? Okay.
Or something designed to like screw with them or fuck them up emotionally, I should say, is the best way to say it.
Distract them from what is truly going on in like
Yep.
real time.
Yep.
Well, then there's still got to be an evil entity, an evil force present that would create that illusion. Maybe Link is Link still alive? Oh
Yeah.
no, it's Padme. Is it Padme doing
It's just like, yeah, Carmilla. So there
Padme?
she is. She's just fucking with everybody. But
Okay.
what happened to Link seemed pretty damn permanent.
Okay. All
What
right,
are
so
thoughts?
Link is dead for sure.
Speaking of, you would think they would have turned one of these guys
Oh, oh, big reveal, guys. Big reveal. He did turn.
because he
But
was killed by Carmilla's trickery in her house. Unlike all his other friends who were
oh,
killed out on the road by the Barbaroi and who were killed getting Meyer Link and Charlotte here.
so he has been dead for a while. So those arrows, when we saw in the previous scene, he was already dead?
No,
Or
he
he was
got
already a
killed then.
vampire? Or
No, he got killed then and then turned.
gotcha. Okay. So that we've got another twist.
They killed him. Like he was lured. He got an illusion of his friends that were dead.
All right.
And now we have our other one remaining bounty hunter or
The
other
final
bounty.
girl.
Yep.
She's the final girl. But D is also left alive. And I'm assuming that I can just assume that he will be alive at the end of this movie.
Mhm.
So it's just a matter of who else dies and who else is alive. Is this Lincoln Charlotte?
Given what you've just seen, what do you think?
Yeah, this is weird. We're going on a lot of interesting twists and turns.
Hope she does better than the girl in Ninja Scroll. Yeah, old Johnny Depp.
We might have to watch Ninja Scroll one of these days because we're not done with anime. Um, I figured this would be an interesting one to do because there was such a big time jump from the first one to this one. I had a feeling the styles and the appearance and the making or the artistic value of these movies would be very different.
Yep, let's see. We got old Johnny Depp. He's like, boy
Oh,
meets girl, MEAT. Eats girls meat. Someone is trying to with their mind, said G.H. Jonah. Oh, Johnny Depp's like, maybe he had a vampire blood in him. And Mad Matt is like, "Isn't that Cybox power from Star Trek Five?" Probably. And Aldrin and Debs also, this was they have no idea how this was gonna end, so
Mhm.
they just made lots of endings and kept everything.
Yeah, because it seems like we're just getting a lot thrown at us,
Yep.
and I'm just a little bit lost. But we're getting some exposition here by Padme. Is she like the queen
This is yeah, she's
vampire?
this is Carmilla the vampire, roughly, based on Carmilla the from vampire novels and like the early vampire novel by Sheridan Le Fanu de la Fonu. And so I don't
Mm.
know if the term is honeypot, but basically she just lured people here. She was like, "Oh, here, come see me. I have the answer to all
Ah,
your dreams."
gotcha. Okay, so now we have the battle between her and Dee
Yes.
for what? The whoever is going to survive this will be the supreme power. And
Or
I'm
just
guess
whoever's just a survivor. And so what you're
yeah.
seeing here is that uh so what
Oh,
we've been seeing was actually just a projection.
because she's really in that tomb
Right.
covered in blood. Is that
Yep.
right?
Yes.
And she's doing her little astral projection to look like Padme
Yep.
and
So
to look very
basically
appealing.
part of what you
Gotcha.
heard from the story earlier is that she was so bad, the vampire king like killed her and staked her, whatever, and locked her in a coffin.
See, now it makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she
Wow,
lured
this is pretty
here,
intense.
and she's
Yeah,
got
Johnny
like a
Devitt, there can be only one. There can only be one.
yeah,
And I'm getting that sense that D is his real quest, his final quest is to destroy her and the
mhm.
vampires.
And then, like I said, we saw where Charlotte's temptation was. Well, it was Meyer, and and she willingly gives herself to Meyer. Turns out that's just an illusion, which made her a sacrifice to reawaken Carmilla in the flesh, which would make her even more powerful. Now, of course, we see Meyer. It's like, pull yourself together, man. He did, literally.
Gotcha. So Charlotte is dead because she sacrificed herself,
Yeah,
right?
she seems mostly dead.
Okay.
Mostly dead.
Everybody's dead. Everybody died, basically. All
See,
right.
well, maybe like she could get better. We don't know. She could get better.
No, I think they're just going to have to keep drawing her like dead. Dead, dead. That makes sense. Oh, this is like Romeo and Juliet, right? Together at last.
Together again. And then fucking Layla. Oh my god.
Johnny Devick is saying, I feel Carmilla had been used in Vampira la lore, but not
Vampirella
sure
lore.
what
Yeah.
that Vampirilla lore, but not
Yeah.
sure what that was.
Well, she makes an appearance in a lot of these, like second to Dracula. You was like, oh, we need a female. Like, oh, here's Carmilla or Lilith. It's like Carmilla, Lilith, whatever. Is there a Carmilla in Vampire the Masquerade? Um,
So
Possibly, because I know at least in the first book, technically Dracula was in it because there was like a letter from him apologizing to Wilhelmina Harker, but I'm not sure how canon that was.
gotcha. So what is Link doing here alive? Was he never really dead and it was an illusion?
No, he was killed. He just managed to pull some shenanigans and literally pull himself back together from being sliced in half.
Well, because okay. vampire lore, it doesn't say anything about being sliced in half is your end. You have to be killed with a wooden stake or the sun.
Yeah.
Anything other than that, you can pull yourself together.
Well, I mean, like, if large
I'm
parts of your
guessing.
head and body take a vacation from each other, you're like, it all depends on how literal they get with that. So,
Okay, so he did not die, but his love did. Um, Johnny
and
Depp, Lilith is a classic. She was Vampirellas and the
Vampirella.
Vampirellas and the vampire's mother.
Yep. He had an extra life, a get out of jail free card. Yeah. And so here's
And
D,
yeah,
and
man,
D's
Matt,
like,
that's what
you know what?
I'm guessing. So now we have another end duel. We have D and Link going at it.
Yep. So you had like a Layla here struggling with whether or not to like shoot Meyer. You know, like what would be the point of this right now? He's lost everything, and D's like, I'm taking her back
Well,
to her
yeah, you
family,
still want to take her back.
and he's like, yeah, because he's like, you may not be able to control herself, so even if she isn't half jumped by Mister Dead, you know, he's like, you're no good for her. You'll hurt her anyway.
Yeah.
And then now we've got Layla.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, she's going through her little torment as well.
Mhm.
Matt, Michael Meyer, but a bum.
Think
Yeah,
vampire put
Michael
Cinderella.
Myers
Yeah.
had quite a
Hmm.
few lives.
Michael Mayer. Not to be confused with Golda Meyer.
Oh, that's right. So what was the deal with the ring that she just tossed away? Yeah, what's with this
She
ring?
she took it off of Charlotte's finger. I'm trying to think. Um,
Yeah, I'm guessing it has some kind of significance. Very significant. Well, we only have a few more minutes, so we've got to be wrapping things up. Mad gold in my ear, but a bum.
yep.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Cowbot is also posting a picture of Michael Myers mask. If you know, you know.
And so basically, the ring is a ring of Charlotte's that I guess her family gave her, or
Right.
something that's significant for her. And if you could see, it's a way to stop anyone else from coming after them. So
And
look,
so this
there's
the whole temple here is being destroyed. Everything is being destroyed, huh?
because of course Carmilla was a load-bearing villain.
So when she died, everything dies?
Yep.
Is that
If you
it?
go,
Yep.
it's like being like it's the joke we make about the you do the game and like the grab the treasure and it brings the castle down. You kill the person, the castle comes. So they're like a load bearing pillar. So we joked that when you kill someone and it starts to fall around, like they were a
Yep.
load bearing villain.
Well, that makes sense. If you kill the head vampire, everybody that they turned into a vampire subsequently dies too.
Or in general, think it's like a game boss rules or big bad rules of like whatever with them dead, whatever magic is holding their realm together, all their creations together, poofs.
And
And
that's
so
pretty standard lore over all genres.
yeah.
Okay.
And then it's like you saw Meyer, he's grabbed Charlotte's body and he's taking her into the elevator, into the rocket. It's like, oh,
And they're going to just sacrifice, he's going to sacrifice himself, but he's not really dead. He can't die in this destruction. or just an act of a symbolic act of staying with his love. Because even being buried under mountains of rubble would not even kill. Oh, there he goes. That's Link right there, right?
Yep. He
Is
was
that
like,
him? He's
yeah.
escaping. There you go.
He was like, yeah, we're gonna. He brought her. He was like, we're gonna go into the castle, into the moon, and we're gonna go to the castle of the night. We'll live together and be together forever, right? She's not dead. This is a happy ending.
That's okay. That's kind of a sad ending. He's still trying to make it.
We don't know. She could still be alive. There's just enough. And look at Layla. Even Layla's push was like, come on, lift off,
Well,
Rocket. Lift off.
okay, but you
Bring
know in
this dance
Princess
with
Bride
us.
where he was just mostly dead, but he wasn't truly dead?
Right. She was mostly dead. Take
Mostly
her
dead.
up to the city of night and she could be fine. They could have
There you
great doctors there. It's like Oblivion with Matt Damon there.
okay.
You go to the magical city on the moon, where they have the med beds or whatever. She'll be all healed. Be fine. Yes, that's a classic Mad Max. Oh, sorry. Well, I'll go. I was
Yes.
gonna say,
Ella
if Ella
Fitzgerald
Middle
married
married
Darth
Inventor
Vader.
Bing,
She would be
her name would
elevated.
be Elevator.
But good one, Matt.
Some good dad jokes there. That's been a classic of mine. So
That's true.
fairy tale.
So the rocket Cowbot says, yeah, and the spaceship took off, so they should be getting close to the sun because out in space, if you're just right, you're not getting shielded from the sun. Um, so I've only got like 2 minutes left, so I'm assuming we're not going to have any resolution with that they can bring that up in any sequel or any
What do you mean?
story that they choose to.
What do you mean? That was a happy ending. They went off to the city on the night on the moon,
That was
and they
kind
were
of a
fine, and
sad ending.
they're together forever, and no one can tell me any
Yeah.
different.
Calbot is saying, I watched Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on a stream last night. Streamer was delusional, tried to convince people it was a good movie. Same ending, temple destroyed.
Okay, so here's what
Kingdom
I
of the
have to
Crystal
say.
Skull. Okay.
Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. The thing I hated most about it is that I almost liked it. It was just there was just moments where I was like, "Wow, this is good. This is like I'm really getting into this." Then they would do something stupid. So that's one of the reasons why I hated it the most is because it was almost it was just right there. You're like, if you there were just stupid things that it kept doing. But anywho, okay.
Yeah. That was
Like,
one of the Indiana Jones movies I refused to see.
yeah,
I think it would just taint my whole enjoyment of the series.
let's see. We are just looking at
Oh,
some of
and
the
who is
comments
this
here.
little girl? Who is this little girl?
So that's Layla's granddaughter.
So we are like in the future now?
Yes.
Oh, we had a time jump.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're at Layla's funeral.
Wow, that happened quick.
So yeah.
But D is like timeless, and his horse is too. His horse has got to be all robot then.
Yep. So it's like we've got some of the comments here. Daywalker Ring from Vampire Diaries by old Johnny Devick. Mad Mad is like fairy tale plus rocket ships. She's like,
Yeah, Mr.
did
Furzel
we
saying
watch?
nice twist. That was, yeah, I think we're at the end. Mine is not going to have the credits.
Yep. We've got a fairy tale
Um,
rocket date. Dare we watch Jupiter sending Mad Mad? No. Well,
yeah,
maybe later.
I think I'm going to have a hard pass on that, Jupiter Ascending. I think I started to watch a few minutes of it, but it was just, yeah.
It's like
Um,
into the Wonka Vader. Yes, yes, Mad Mad. Uh,
oh, guys, um, Johnny Devick is saying there's only three Indiana Jones film. One was a prequel and one was a sequel. Yes.
yes.
And so I've seen the first three. Um, and then I think that two after that, no, I think would take away too much of my enjoyment. Um,
Yeah.
That was very enjoyable.
Yes.
Um,
It is still
it
right.
went by, it was like, it just sped right along. Really no dead space. There was no wasted energy at all.
Yep.
I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that, like I
Um,
said, that was a really good movie. So I was looking at more of the comments here. Where it's like, oh, Johnny Depp is like he wanted to join the space vampires on their trip to Haley's Comet.
yep. Yeah, guys, throw out um, all of your comments. Let me know what you thought of this one versus the first one, or is this as just a standalone? Um, I think this really was a great addition to the lore. As you know, sequels are pretty easy to screw up if not done right, but I think this was really well done. GH is saying great visuals. Mad is saying
Yes.
epic and dull. Okay,
Okay.
I'll go with that.
Like I
Epic and
said,
dull.
it was like it was a standard story, but like
Mhm.
from a look perspective, and it had the tragic love story. So you had something where you had like a basic love story you could focus on all the animation and the storytelling, and you have like the people who are locked in and were going to do it at any cost. Screw what Charlotte wanted. And then you had the
Yep.
bounty hunters, and you had
Yeah.
like the people who the Barbaroi who were like the monstrous like bodyguards or protection, and they're like we don't have any necessarily have any personal animosity against each other. We just were hired by different people.
Yeah. It was it was very well done, and I think it
Yeah.
was a very worthy sequel. Um, Cowbot is saying I got very distracted at the end, going to need a rewatch, but I enjoyed what I saw. There was I got kind of lost at the end. There was so much going on, and I was looking away. And
Mhm.
I think that's the key for this movie. When you're watching towards the end, pay attention to what's going on the screen. Um, and then you'll be able to follow along better.
Yeah, it's
Johnny
just like
Devitt, I like the first one better. This is much better production, but it's a bit colorless. All
okay.
right, very valid. Um, and he could, okay, Johnny Devitt continues. It's a great film, but I don't take too much enjoyment from it. Okay,
Yeah,
probably not one that you'll see again. All right,
like I
over
said,
there in Discord, Mr. Furzel is saying, nice twist. It was pretty batshit like the original, so I like it. No pun intended. But bum. All
well,
right, here we go, sis sister.
the
Okay,
cheese
lots
rating.
of style. Let's get your wife's cheese rating. Light on substance. Wife's cheese rating, Velveeta cheese, the sequel to nacho cheese, to which I gave the original. Yep. Okay. It is lacking taste and failed to be original. Recommended to not waste your time with this and pick a better cheese. Very
Oh,
valid. Okay. Because there is, when you're watching a sequel, you can't help but compare it to the original. If you're watching this without knowing anything about the first, you might get a different feel, but it was a very generic story. We've seen it before.
like I said,
Um,
like I said, I think it was well done. I like the
it
tragic love
was.
story after it, but God, did I hate Layla. And so
Yeah.
we were like last person standing. I was hoping that she died so much when I watched this movie. I was like, please die, die, die. And I was like pissed off that she got to have a happy ending and live to
Yeah.
be old and have a family and grandchildren. I hated her so much.
She did. She ended up being the final girl. I
Yeah, it
think
was like
they could have done better by having Padme the vamp. Okay, that is getting stuck on my tongue. But having
Vampirella.
her the final girl and to keep that going, that would have been more interesting to a story.
I like I said, well,
Um,
she was set up as the main villain, so it's like, okay, you're like, oh, you thought Link was the
yeah,
villain, Meyer Link was the villain. Like, oh no, he turns out that he and like Charlotte was the only ones here, and then everyone's what's it at the end of Bram Stoker's Dracula? We've all become
mhm,
God's madmen, chasing after it. You know, uh,
yeah, pretty much. Um, but yeah, it was interesting, and I'm glad we saw it together because that's where I got my greatest enjoyment. Having all of this to bounce off and having your comments. I probably won't watch this one again on my
Stella.
own.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I would much prefer. Let's get some other anime. What decades? Let's get some other different productions of anime. I would love to do that in the future.
Yeah.
Um,
With some of the more recent
and
stuff, I not haven't really been on track of that one because around this time I started going more for series, so it's like it gets trickier.
definitely, there's so much to choose from. Sis Sister Shouting Out Akira. That's a more recent one. I've got a whole big list. I
Okay.
appreciate there was a big discussion on Discord when I first tossed out the subject of anime. I've got lists of
Yeah.
all of the anime that are on your guys' list.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
Well, yeah, like
Um,
we could definitely. I would might definitely look into the ones that were on Sci-Fi Channel because those were very specifically movies, so you didn't have to invest in a series. And yes,
right, and so you
Akira
might
was
not have to know a background of something before you get into it. That would be
yeah,
enjoyable.
said Akira was one of the OGs. Let's see, oh, Johnny Depp is saying Project Echo. Yeah, like that was a series, but it also had a movie. So that way you don't have to deal with like the 20,000 episodes of Project Echo. But there are
Yeah.
variants of it. But yeah.
Well, yeah, stay tuned because we got a lot coming in this year and next year and the year after. Um, but next week, just a reminder, we're going to be doing Death Becomes Her,
Yeah.
1992, full of CG effects
Yep.
that were pretty mind blowing at the time, and we'll see how they stack up to today's standards. The week after that, we're going to be doing our first Western for a few dollars more from 1965. We're going to be knee deep in the spaghetti Western to start us off. Um, and we had some discussion in Discord this morning of giving you guys more of a heads up of when our watch parties are going to be. And I think today is a prime example because today's movie is not available in a lot of markets in a lot of ways. Um, so I think what I'm going to start doing, if I can get my act together, we're maybe posting a month in advance. So you guys will know in advance um, what movies we're going to watch like a month ahead. I can't get too far ahead because really all I have is to the end of March. That's all I've got. Um, but yeah, I'd like to start, um, really redefining and getting a real track about what I want this channel to be. And I think that's a really good point of giving you guys more of a heads up instead of a week to week.
Hmm.
And I'm going to be posting a lot more in Discord. Um,
Sorry.
Okay, we have to pay. Sharon subscription party, a few dollars more. Teehee. That's, you know what? If I could pull it together, I would like it so you guys don't have to be shelling out of your pockets every week. Um, and so I can absorb a little bit of the cost, right? And if we could do something like that to make sure that we're not breaking any laws and the studio, whoever has the copyrights to these movies, gets paid, that's what they care about. But you guys are coming from all different parts of the world. So streaming fees and streaming rights might be a little different. Um, yeah, I'm going to
Well,
take
yeah.
your joke, Mad Matt, and we're going to hopefully expand it out. So
Well, yeah. Like
who knows?
if well in that scenario you can still do the week to week because since you're not having to like people aren't having to like oh how can I get a copy figure out where to go.
Oh,
So then we can still do it, and that would be like, surprise! Next movie's the weekend. It'd be like a big announcement. You're like, hey, next
yeah.
week's movie is.
And then all you got to do is you go to one central, we're all in one central hub.
Mhm.
The licensing has been paid. And, obviously, I think I might have to pay like per view.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't find anybody to help me with this idea. So I'm just still kind of churning on it. I haven't won the lottery yet.
Mhm.
Um,
Soon,
but
soon. You will,
if
you will.
if we have 1,000 people joining and I have to pay, the rights to everybody doing that, that's a little bit much.
Yep.
But I would like to start thinking about how that's possible so we could all be watching the same movie in one place.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to work. I don't know who else is doing it. Um, but anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on how I can make this channel a little better for you guys. And I'm also going to be posting more in Discord, posting more in advance for you guys to prepare what movies are on the pike and coming
Mhm.
down. Um, Mr. Ferzel is saying, how about a CG flick like one of the RE movies?
Resident Evil. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Did we do
That's
Resident
entirely possible. Um, there are as many movies out there as there are stars in the sky. Um, and it's just a matter of picking the ones that catch my eye that I think would be interesting watches. We haven't done a Resident Evil movie,
Okay.
so and we've got summer coming up, and so I'd like to keep with when we used to do it with Creator VC. They would have this big summer deal. I'd like to continue that, so be on the lookout. Um, Oh, Johnny Devick is saying, I have no issues paying for showing each week. Have not much else expensive hobbies, anyways. You know? Um,
Oh, not Spirits
yeah,
Within.
not spirits within, please. I
Oh,
have
no.
not heard that, Johnny Devick, but note taken.
Alright. Final
Okay.
Fantasy Spirits Within, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Final Fantasy movies, how many are we on? A lot? Or are there games? I
Uh,
know Final
there
Fantasy games were
there's
on
a
the
lot
12.
on games. On the
Yeah.
movies, I
Um,
think there was just
Johnny
the
Devick,
one,
okay,
and it
Iron
nearly
Giant or Black Cauldron would be, yes. I was
yeah.
actually having Iron Giant vibes while watching this movie today. Iron
Mhm,
Giant is a fabulous animated low key movie. So I don't know, guys. Well, we're
mhm.
gonna be on the lookout. Um, I'm gonna be posting more on Discord, giving you guys heads up, and right on. So it has been my pleasure, as always, to bring this to you guys today. Thank you, Ms. Swift, for being the co host today. As always, it was a blast.
It's like, "You see
Um,
this? This is the clutch. This is Miss Swift coming through in the clutch."
and this was right up your alley, too. I know we
Yeah,
had such fun doing the first one, the anime.
yep.
I know you were the one. Um, and so there you go, guys. Stay tuned for more adventure, more movies, more fun. And Um, so just be safe. We got a big storm coming in the US at least that's going to blanket half the country. Um, and I just really appreciate you guys being here today. As always, on Sundays, it's like the great time to come together as movie fans and to be with all of you. Um,
It's so lovely
so we
being here
will
with you.
do this again next week.
Ooh, Secret of
Uh,
Nim. That's
Secret
another
of
one.
Nin, that's a good one. Oh, that's a nice animated one too. That's from 70. No, that's
80s.
from 80,
That was 80.
85,
Was it
86.
that late? Was it early 80s?
Watership Down was the 70s. Secret of
Yeah,
Nim was 80s. That's what I'm
yes.
thinking of. All right. All right, guys. Peace out. Be good to yourself. And I'll see you all
Nipponichi!
soon. Bye bye.